Well, next we have Jeannie Lam, and thanks for stepping in. I know she replaced one of the speakers, so I wasn't able to Google much information on her. But related to Nissan Leaf, she's giving away a car, apparently, right? If you check under your chair and there's an actual Leaf, then you won. And watch out, if you cut yourself, we're not liable. No, I believe, are you giving away a car? Okay, it may be a little small, Matchbox, but yeah, I would love to hear about how Nissan's moving forward on their Leaf project. Thanks, Jeannie.
Thanks, Richard. Definitely, we're going to try and hire you for the next Nissan dealer conference. We need that entertainment factor, so we might give you a call. Thank you, everyone, for waking up so early this morning to join us today. We're really excited. It's the first time Nissan North America has been at this conference. They wouldn't let me drive a Nissan Leaf onto the stage because of the drone taking up all the space, but maybe next year. You know, when Nissan started with the Nissan Leaf, you know, I was, it was in 2007 when I joined the project, and it was very exciting back then. And fast forward to now, talking to everyone in this room about it, we have a lot to share about what we're doing in San Joaquin Valley. Just a few things about the Nissan Leaf. If you didn't know, it's 100% electric. There's no tailpipe, there's no gas, and I'm really curious, except for the students in the corner, how many people are actually driving an alternative fuel vehicle in the audience today, if you want to raise your hand? Well, that's great. This is awesome. So we're off to a good start. In terms of, you know, we are number one. We're really proud to be able to say that. We are the number one electric vehicle in the country right now. We've had 20 months of great sales. If you can believe, the car's been in the market since 2010. And where are we now? And I don't know about you guys, if you've ever been in the Bay Area, all you see is Nissan Leafs on the road. And we're really proud about that, and we want to keep that going. In terms of production, we've actually sourced it now in the US. If you guys ever want to come out to Tennessee, we have a plant out there that gives out free tours. You can join the seniors that come every day for that tour. So we're really happy about assembling. We have a Deckard battery plant there, as well as the body assembly in Tennessee. And in terms of the best-selling vehicle, you know, we want to keep that. You know, at Nissan, we've always been, you know, Toyota, Honda, and then Nissan with everything that we've been doing. And for the first time, we can actually say that we're number one. And what we're doing in San Joaquin to continue that is the EV Partnership. When we first got a call from a special person to chair this partnership, there was no doubt that we wanted to be a part of that. And as leaders, we need to demonstrate that. And to be very honest, one of the biggest logos that should be on this page is the Community and Economic Development Office of Fresno State. Without that group organizing everything and partnering with us at Nissan, this partnership would never have developed in the spring of this year. NRG is also a big partner of ours. They are developing the EVgo division of their business, where they're putting in charging stations across the country for us. We're really happy to work with them. And we have a very enthusiastic group of people that are passionate. We have great organizations as part of this partnership. And we have three focus pillars, strategic areas that we're truly focused on, which I want to publicize today and see if we can get you guys all involved where it makes sense. Market development, we have a big education and outreach component. It's very important to literally put people butts in seats. In terms of education, a lot of people have no idea what it means to plug in a car and never go to the gas station again. And I have to tell you, it's pretty addictive. I'm sorry to the Chevron family, but I haven't gone to a gas station. You know, I've been driving a Leaf for about 4 years now, and it's fantastic. In terms of fleet manager education, one of the biggest things in San Joaquin is a lot of the heavy-duty trucks that are causing a lot of the issues with the air quality. And we're, you know, even though the Leaf can't replace that, we're trying to find ways for Leaf an EV application with fleets. I'll talk more about that. Workplace charging, nothing more exciting than, again, bypassing the gas station, charging at home every night, and then charging at work. And then at the convenience of being able to charge at work, you can go home every day, do some errands. So we're trying to foster that in the education as well. Infrastructure, a really, really big piece of what we're doing as part of the partnership. I'll talk about how important it is to have charging stations where convenient for a lot of the commuters. Talent, jobs, making sure we train all the right people, build the industry for charging installations, and I'll go into that a little bit more. And we meet every quarter. We meet all up and down San Joaquin Valley, from Stockton to Bakersfield. We just had our last meeting down here. We hold a lot of conferences, and Clean Cities is a great partner as well of San Joaquin. If you don't know who Clean Cities are, I would love to tell you about them, and they're here today. They coordinate lots of workshops to bring a lot of people together on all the incentives that are available. So we definitely want to leverage that group because of all their expertise in education, and we're happy that they're part of the partnership as well, and we're working together. In terms of the message, I'm going to turn it over to the video. This is the message we're trying to get across for the market education.
At Nissan, we wanted people to know how good it feels to kick gas with a 100% electric Nissan Leaf. So for one day, gas was on us.
It's a wonderful feeling.
How many miles do you drive in the day?
55 miles.
You would save close to $4,000
Oh my
annually.
God. You gonna save that much money in gas on an electric car? Get out of here.
See how much you'll save with America's best-selling electric car.
And actually, you know someone now to get a discount off a Nissan, so you should definitely call me if you like that price. In terms of market development, ride and drives, we're trying to do a lot of ride drives, especially not just beyond National Drive Electric Week. Actually, in September, we had National Drive Electric Week, and we wanted to do that year-round. And we're trying to work with private sector, government, universities, and educate on the rebates and incentives. If you didn't know, there's $7,500 federal tax credit available for an EV, $2,500 from the state, and San Joaquin gives you an extra $3,000 air district. That's a lot of money off the car. And in San Joaquin, if you're a resident, you can buy the vehicle for starting around $15,000. So in terms of fleet manager workshops, we're trying to educate on that. In terms of intercity travel, it doesn't work for long distances, but a lot of the delivery people, pool services, and a lot of metro pools, this vehicle works for them. So we're trying to do that. And then workplace charging. If your workplace in San Joaquin, if you really want to, step up to the tech imagery and all that, please definitely consider putting charging stations in, because literally it is the chance of, if you build it, they will come. One of the key case studies I want to share, I don't know, a lot of public agencies in the room, this actually application speaks to private sector as well, but City of Seattle, just one example of many examples across the country of a lot of fleets adopting the Nissan Leaf, where they've got 43 in service. They've got 17 for individual users like housing inspectors and social workers. And a majority of them are in the motor pool. And literally it's about having people commute to work, and they use the motor pool to go to appointments, and in terms of commuting to and from, enforcing carpooling for a lot of the employees to use. And if you look at the cost savings they have and how many miles they've driven almost probably over 400,000 at this point. And all the costs that they have had, associated cost savings to maintenance. There's no oil changes. It's just battery inspections that are free for the first 2 years. And in terms of the cost savings with electricity, because in Seattle it's nice, they get 6 cents per kilowatt. So some examples like that we want to share real quick on if you look on the left-hand side of the slide, all those dots are charging stations in the Bay Area. Those blue dots, the green dots, are the level 240 stations, where it takes only 4 hours to charge a Leaf. And in terms of the orange dots are the 480 volt fast chargers. And those are the ones where you can charge a Leaf in about 30 to 40 minutes. And if you have half a battery, it's 15 minutes. We want to replicate that type of infrastructure in the Central Valley, where you see there's hardly any dots. So that's one of the key things we're doing. One of our great partners, NRG EV Go, if you could take a look at some of the blue dots that they have on there, those are the blue dots that are coming across the San Joaquin Valley. They'll help you get up and down the corridor with the fast charger. And then one of the key things that we're trying to do is training. I will be the first to admit that our dealership is, who loves going into a dealership to buy a car? If you raise your hand, we have to have a talk. But in terms of the talent and making sure that when you walk into a showroom, a dealer, a sales consultant on the floor can really speak to the vehicle. It's a very technical vehicle, very different. They've been selling gas cars for how many years now? So it's important to do that. We're also trying to work with a lot of the solar partners. For all the solar people in the room, Sen Edison, thank you for your video earlier. We're trying to figure out how we can train these the solar installers to be able to have the ability to install charging stations as well. Because really, solar and EV is like ketchup and fries. A lot of the people that are considering one or the other are thinking about an EV or solar when they're putting things in their house. And in high school and college, very important component, getting them young and early, helping them get ready for jobs in the future. That is something that's very important to this partnership, and we really want to work on that as well. So this is a very important piece, and I welcome you to reach out to me or anyone in our EV partnership. In the brochure, you'll see Ish, his contact info in there. If your organization wants to be part of this EV partnership or just have general questions, please do not be shy. We're not shy, so feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Well, maybe, Jeannie, you can help us figure out how to get a charger for our mobile phones. It takes less than 2 hours. That's what I really need. You know, and I don't know if Jeannie mentioned this, but the term LEAF is a backronym. I had to Google this. Does anyone know what a backronym is? Well, LEAF, first of all, stands for Leading Environmentally Friendly Affordable Family Card. But a backronym is a specially constructed acronym created after the fact. So someone came up with the term LEAF, and they said, oh, by the way, it stands for, I'm not going to read that, leading environmentally friendly, but apparently that is a backronym. So all those that wondered, now your question has been answered, and thank you for the free automobile. You'll be notified next week. Well, I'm going to start just giving recognition to our sponsors since we had a banner year, and I'm going to go through the list of our sponsors, and want a big shout out to our diamond sponsor, Sun Edison. Thank you for your team. Hopefully you're in the room. Our platinum sponsors, Chevron. Thank you, Chevron, Carla, Robin. San Joaquin Valley Electric Vehicle Partnership, Ish, I know, is in the room. SunPower, got the SunPower folks. Paulette, are you here? There you go. You're not supposed to be talking while I introduce you. Thanks, and then our gold, 8-Minute Energy, Renewables, City of Tehachapi. Thank you, Greg, as he eats his first course. Thank you again, City. And we're going to talk about next the project, storage project in Tehachapi Energy Storage. County of Kern. I believe this is being televised, KGov, if I'm not mistaken. JP Morgan Chase, Mid-American, and MTS Solutions. Those are our gold members. I'm going through it. We had great participation, so I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Silver, AT&T, Bakersfield College. Thank you. I know Sonia is here. Thanks. C&J Energy Services, Community Environmental Council. You'll hear from them later. E&B Natural Resources, EDF Renewable Energy, First Solar, Grimway Farms. They brought some juices. Hopefully you've had those. PG&E. Kristen's here, I think. Recurrent. SoCal Gas. I see our steam chair, Rob Ducot. Are you in the room? Hopefully he's feeling better. And we have the Giving Tree Project, and then WISPA, Western States Petroleum Association. Not sure where Nick is. And then bronze, last but not least, bronze, we have California Energy Research Center. They have a booth out there talking about their new initiative at Cal State. Clear Sign Combustion, heard from Roberto. CSU Bakersfield, Mike Neal's here. EDP, we're going to hear from Johnny later, Johnny Casena. ESI, Granite Construction, Ortiz Melby. SoCal Edison, I know we're going to hear from them. And also our Executive Committee member, Laurel Shockley, are you here? And speaking of that, we also have Wayne Kress, are you here on our Vice Chair? Steve Rennock with Kern Schools, and I mentioned Rob DeCoe, the two supervisors again, Mike Maggard and Zach Scrivener on our exec committee. And also we have Taft College, and Sherry's here. She was the first one to sit down. Dina, are you in the room? And then I wanted to finally, exhibitors, go through that. Some of that I've already mentioned: Sun Edison, Sun Power, Nissan, Energy, that's NRG, acronym, Energy. City of Tehachapi, C&J Energy Services, Grimway, PG&E, SoCal Gas Company, Kern Citizens for Energy, California Energy Research Center, CSU Bakersfield, Enterprise Commercial Truck, Kern County Waste Management, Quadnoff, Alliance of Women Energy, and Kern Green. Really an amazing coalition of sponsors. And thank you all. This would not be possible. And without your support, and hopefully they'll have me back as a host next year. I heard that Neil Patrick Harris or Billy Crystal is also interviewing. So please choose me. I don't dance or sing, but I guess Neil Patrick Harris does everything, right?